And he knocks down the first one. And Warren last season had his year interrupted by injury, cooled off after the fast start, but Greg, he will always play with that activity.
Yeah, and he's so good at switching directions on a defender. Seemingly simple moves help him create great space both with and without the ball.
So New York ends up going with the new group. Both free throws good from Warren. Knicks trail by 7. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now here's Ennis. He's covered by Warren. Here's Ibaka. Second chance shot. He takes it up and lays it in. Ibaka's got his first basket.
I have always loved the intensity with which Serge Ibaka plays, especially on the glass. He understands how to use his length.
Now here's Rose. 11 points for him in that last game against Cleveland. Fareed, no good.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Right, perfect contest in that instance, Greg, making it really hard on the shooter to have any kind of space at all.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Doris, so often we talk about high basketball IQ. Is that something you can learn, or do you have to be born with something like that?
I think it's probably a little bit of both, but if you look at someone like LeBron James, whose basketball IQ may be the highest we've ever seen, I think he's a guy whose basketball knowledge is always expanding. And I think if you love the game, you're constantly taking in information. So probably a little bit of both.
So you've always got to be curious, right? Even if you're at the top of the game like LeBron or yourself.
Right. LeBron is just, he's constantly taking in sources of information, upping his ante in terms of film watching and preparation. Really special to be able to watch that guy work.
And I know that's how you prepare as a broadcaster now. I'd like to tag along sometime and watch you prepare for a game. That'd be a lot of fun.
It'd be a blast.
Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Chicago. And so he makes both from the line.
I think it's best to avoid putting this guy at the line if possible, but that's obviously easier said than done.
Pass to Crawford. Rose dishes to Bender. Left side Rose. Got a hand on it. Fareed the pass to Crawford. Over Monk. And the Bulls with another miss.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now, here's Monk. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Booker with the screen for Monk, and it's Kenneth Fareed with the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Teodosic. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Ibaka. It's good. The assist that time for Ennis. Ibaka's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, you love how Ibaka goes right up with the shot. Doesn't hesitate for a second off the catch.
Rose kicks to Fareed. Some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Beasley the screen. Back to Rose. Fareed setting the pick for Rose. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Booker. Now, here's Monk. Tight defense on him. Booker dishes to Ibaka. Stolen by Bender. Outside Rose. 1:57 left to play in the first quarter. Crawford drives in. Beasley with a clean look. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. 3 on 3. Here's Teodosic. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Chicago's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Beasley in the post. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Here's Teodosic. And Booker kicks to Monk. Ibaka with a screen on Beasley. Out to Ibaka. Puts up a three. Traps in the tray. Ibaka's got 8 points. Chicago trailing here. Fareed outside. Fareed setting the pick for Crawford. Screen by Fareed. Beasley outside. Good D by Booker.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
Well, you know, that's okay, I think. Even though they miss, they still have to be happy with the shot selection.
Now here's Booker. 11 points for him in that last game against Charlotte. That one goes in. And now it's a 3-point Knicks lead.
Good job working the in-between area.
Yeah, I think if the defense is going to give that to him, he's got to take the opportunity. He uses his size and high release point on the jumper.
Beasley kicks to Crawford. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Lets it go from the wing. That's good on the jump shot.
A steady screen set on that play, and the defense disappears. Nice communication between teammates to make that play work.
Here's Ibaka. It's good. The assist that time for Ennis. Ennis has got 3 assists tonight.
Well, Kev, Serge Ibaka takes such smart, high-percentage shots, and when he's got the hot hand, you've got to keep going to it.
Serge Ibaka. He's been the guy making things happen for New York. And a moment now to hear from Steven Adams as he reflects.
So, like, the youngest of it has to do.
Hard to imagine growing up in such a huge family, but it sounds like maybe it prepared him for life in the NBA.
Yeah, I'd say it might have toughened him up a little bit, that's for sure. Wow, 18? That is mind-boggling.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Yeah, getting an early boost from the bench, that's been the difference here so far.
Boy, the bench has been sensational. They've come in, run the offense, and are capitalizing on all opportunities.
Trevor Booker is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Ennis, and there's Monk, and it's Teodosic in at the 1 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
And for many years, the Chicago Bulls were viewed as a model franchise. Always were competitive and in the hunt for a title, but this current version just can't escape turmoil from within.
Well, Booker wants to send a message. Jams at home with great authority.
Beasley, the pass to Van Vliet. Beasley outside. It's stolen by Monk. Now here's Monk, the fast break chance. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And how about Monk there? You better get in front of him when he's in attack mode. If you allow him to get to that launching pad, it is too little, too late.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. The pass to Van Vliet. Drills it from outside.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Well, you simply got to push through that, right? You need to at least contest the shot. Otherwise, he's going to knock it down.
Teodosic, the pass to Monk. Dishes it to Booker. To the middle. He's off on that one. And the Bulls going the other way now. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Van Vliet kicks to Bender. Trying his luck deep. And it's Kenneth Fareed with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Another 3 for Chicago. Zinkas, he's checked in for the Knicks. And a change for the Bulls. Wade's checked in. The Knicks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's Teodosic. Screened by Ibaka. The 3 from Porzingis. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Well, this is a clear case in point of where the comparison to Dirk Nowitzki is so apropos. Not many 7-footers with that kind of range, Kev.
Here's Wade. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
I'll tell you, he's not going to get in his coach's good graces if he's missing wide open looks like that.
And good that time. Now it's a 6-point New York lead.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Van Vliet. That 3 off the mark. The Knicks are gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. New York moving it around. Porzingis passes to Teodosic. Screen by Porzingis. Off the pick. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Van Vliet kicks to Bender. Passes it to Van Vliet. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Van Vliet's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Bulls. The Knicks leading by 5. Feeds it to Ennis. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Ibaka. Shot clock at 6. New York needs to get off a shot. The offensive rebound. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
There's a screen. Now here's Bender. Pass to Van Vliet. Screen by Fareed. For 3, Beasley. Offensive rebound. Wade kicks to Van Vliet. Fareed dishes to Wade. Here's Van Vliet. And he's good on the 3-ball. Van Vliet's got 9 points in the quarter.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Screen by Ibaka. Here's Monk. And the pass to Teodosic. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession. Now a chance, guys, to examine the rebounding numbers over the past months for Porzingis.
And those are some numbers that he can't be happy about. His rebounding totals have taken a dip over the past few months. He's got to get back to giving the kind of effort on the boards we were seeing from him earlier.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. JaVale McGee's checked in for Ibaka. Green comes in for James Ennis. Norman Powell's checked in for Monk. And Chris Paul subbed in for Teodosic. Powell, the pass to Porzingis. The tray. And Chris Paul gets the 3. Paul's got 7 points.
You know, and that was a nice find by KP. Saw the open man. He was on time, on target with the pass. Perfect.
Warren kicks to Wade. For 3. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Here's Paul.
But the rest of the accolades are there for D. Wade. All the trips to the All-Star game, the first team, all defense, the all NBA teams. But most important to him and his legacy are the 3 NBA titles.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for the Bulls. Chicago's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the 3-pointer to their advantage. Warren kicks to Bledsoe. He dishes it to Wade. Warren, the pass to Wade. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
He does everything right except drain the shot.
Stolen by Jackson. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. Stops, pops, and he hits the jump shot. Jackson's got the game tied up here for Chicago.
And how about the attack mode mentality that Jackson possesses? You can see there, even on the mid-range, he is looking to be aggressive.
They grab their own miss. McGee, and plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And there's the call. Chicago the foul. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And he makes the first. Doris, we talked about the evolution of the specialist, the pure 3-and-D guy, for example, who in that category are some of the best in your opinion.
Well, I'm so happy that Klay Thompson has evolved from a guy who believed coming into the NBA that he would strictly be a 3-and-D guy to a much more versatile scorer. But in today's iteration, I would have to say Danny Green won a championship for the San Antonio Spurs, doing nothing but absorbing the biggest threat on the offensive end for the opponent and then being able to make huge threes at timely opportunities. Patrick Beverley, another guy grinding it out, increasingly making shots, and of course, tenacious on-ball defender.
Here's Adams, drops in the layup for 2.
Well, the size and the frame of Steven Adams is flat out intimidating. A high percentage scorer around the blocks.
Ball against Bledsoe. To the inside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And now a look at Eric Bledsoe. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games. 11th in steals. And he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
As we've seen, he's a difficult defender to bring the ball up against. Quick feet, quick hands. Always looking to force a mistake. He misses the free throw. And he's good on the second. And Doris, you look at the next team, and clearly the future is going to be built around Porzingis.
Well, and you think back to the Knicks mortgaging away their future at times to make a run at the playoffs, but I think it's now time to build from the ground up. They've got some draft picks to work with going forward, and though it may not be immediate, Porzingis is a nice centerpiece to build around.
Green kicks to Porzingis. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Warren dishes to Jackson. Kicks to Bledsoe. Adams with the screen on Paul. The feed to Jackson. Shot clock at 5. The dish to Adams. Shoots over McGee, and that one goes long. New York's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Here's Powell. Got it. Good job in the low post. Powell's got his first basket. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Adams. He feeds it to Warren. Adams sets the pick for Warren. For 3, Bledsoe. Here's Adams. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the way up.
Not scoring a single point in the first quarter. They're still feeding him, and he's showing his appreciation.
Paul against Bledsoe. Paul passes to Powell. Screened by Porzingis. Powell kicks to McGee. And Adams sends it back. And he recovers it. Warren against Porzingis. And again, New York with the triple.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his second three-pointer of the game.
Now here's Rose, guarded by Powell. Rose sets the screen for Adams. Right wing. Here's Bledsoe. Adams. Great positioning on the putback. And the Bulls lead by 2.
Boy, I love how hard Steven Adams works on the boards. Excellent timing for that putback.
Green with the screen on Bledsoe. Powell with the screen. Ball kicks to Powell. Dishes it to Green. New York moving it around. Here's Paul, and there's another one for the Knicks.
What a phenomenal quarter from the field. A great shooting percentage, excellent shots. This is really well done.
Bledsoe against Paul. Now here's Adams. Defense is right there. Sinks the triple. 15 points in the game.
It's first triple of the second quarter, third of the game.
Knicks trail by 3. Green, the screen. Paul dishes to Green. It's deflected. Here's McGee. The shot off that time. Adams, some nice D. The Bulls shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Paul kicks to Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, he throws it down with such ease. That rim might as well be 8 feet off the ground.
Outside Rose. 12 seconds left in the first half of the game. Screen by Adams. Just 5 to shoot. There's the pick. The 3, Bledsoe. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And that's 18 points for Eric Bledsoe.
Another one. Man, he's just gotten into a great rhythm out there.
You're just assuming at this point every shot he takes, it's going to go in. What a shooting performance.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Bulls lead by 4. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson. The story early on was Eric Bledsoe, who was on fire. He had 18 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Well, the three-point shooting was the key thus far. When you're knocking down those shots.
That's it for halftime, as the second half is just...
And as we return to New York, a panoramic vista of downtown Manhattan taken from the observation deck of the Empire State Building. Paul with the ball. Tipping off the second half. Here's Fred Hoiberg's 5. They've got Dwayne Wade. Jackson is out there with Warren. Then there's Bledsoe. And it's Adams in at the 5 down low.
Just finding the open man. Few who have ever played this game have Paul's vision.
And the replay presented by Under Armour. Unleash chaos, giving us the chance to enjoy that alley-oop all over again. Porzingis against Warren. Shot clock at 6. Over Porzingis. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, they know not to leave him open from mid-range, and they're all over him on that shot.
That one good for 2.
You know, Porzingis' size obviously will make him a threat at the rim, but that athleticism a problem as well.
Well, for the last 2 decades, there have been a lot of big men coming from Europe who have been tagged as the next Dirk. A lot of lofty expectations to live up to. But Porzingis, Doris, Porzingis seems to be one who is answering that call.
Well, I think Porzingis certainly on his way to being as beloved as Dirk is, both here and back in Europe. And the reason you like the comparison, both are size and skill combined. And they have praised each other in the past, a little bit of a mutual admiration society.
For the lead, it's hauled in by Warren. Warren's got 6 rebounds here tonight. He kicks to Bledsoe. There's the lob to Jackson, and it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Bledsoe.
Well, just loses his head for a moment. That's not overthinking. That's just not thinking.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. McGee is screen. Paul kicks to Porzingis. McGee sets the pick for Porzingis. And again, it's New York.
Really like the energy I'm seeing from this offense. 3 for 4 to open the third.
Screen by Adams. Wade passes to Bledsoe. Here's Adams. Not going to go that time. Nice D from Porzingis.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Eric Bledsoe. Doris, they say that one of the toughest things about calling a game is balancing pure basketball knowledge with entertainment. What's your approach with that topic?
Do you know that was the last piece of broadcasting that I think fell into place for me? For a long time, I felt like I was proving myself, Kevin, so I didn't relax and enjoy it. But my son one time said to me, when we were watching a game, he said, Mom, you have to understand when the announcers are having fun, we're having fun.
Chemistry is such a big part of it, isn't it?
Crucial.
Both free throws good from Paul.
And despite having been in this league what seems like forever, Paul still goes to the line at a fairly high clip.
Bledsoe against Paul. Here's Wade. And the Bulls with another miss.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously cold right now, but he's trying to find that rhythm. You've got to keep working. That's how it's done, gentlemen. You don't pass to a player, you pass to a spot. Let your teammate run into it.
They set the pick. Adams dishes to Bledsoe. Tries to snap the cold streak. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's on Porzingis. And as most point guards do, Eric Bledsoe starting to rely more on his outside game as he gets older. Still will attack the rim, but Doris, the percentage of shots from distance steadily increasing for him over the years.
Right, they've increased, Kevin, as Bledsoe has become a more consistent shooter. And certainly the number of threes taken every year has risen the last 4 seasons. You like when he's attacking the rim, but he's just as effective from beyond the arc.
The free throw drops for Eric Bledsoe.
Well, think about this. Recruited as a point guard out of high school, but Bledsoe has to move to the 2 at Kentucky because the backcourt mate was John Wall. And what a backcourt that was.
Green kicks to Powell. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And the Knicks lead by 5.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Bledsoe kicks to Wade. Fades back. Can't hit that one. And New York will come the other way. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
You know, they worked hard, they drew fouls, but they just couldn't convert at the line.
I think that's the most frustrating thing, right? You've earned the opportunity to take those free throws, and you don't cash in at the line.
A floater. Porzingis with the block.
This guy showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
Bulls trail by 5. Bledsoe outside. They set the pick. Crawford kicks to Wade. Porzingis with the block. Powell, the pass to Paul. The wide open look here for Porzingis. No good with the triple.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's falling here since.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And when I watch Eric Bledsoe, I really feel like he's at his best when he's kind of prodding a defense. So hard to keep away from the rim. When he attacks, it just opens everything else up in his offensive game.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing. And Greg, as you said, the aggressiveness Bledsoe has going to the rim is a key for him to getting those open shots then on the perimeter.
And the team is at their best when he is in attack mode. Opens up lanes for cuts as you just can't keep him out of the paint. Knows when to drop off a pass after he beats his opponent as well for an easy score.
Good on the second free throw. New York with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Paul kicks to Porzingis. Some nice passing by New York here. McGee is screen on Fareed. 5 on the clock. McGee dishes to Ennis. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Ennis has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Bulls trail by 7. Bledsoe kicks to Bender. Pass to Bledsoe. Feeds it to Bender. Beasley outside. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Beasley's got 5.
And that's how you answer back.
Well, you can tell that was a little give good, get good. Executed well on the offensive end, connects on the deep threat.
Doris, when you watch Porzingis on the defensive end of the floor, it's just jaw-dropping. The ground he can cover and the way he challenges at the rim can change the way a team chooses to attack him.
I agree, because he provides so much in terms of rim protection and weak side help. It's a huge boost to any defense. This guy can be one of the best shot blockers in the league. Does an incredible job switching with his length and speed.
So for the Knicks, Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And Monks subbed in for Chris Paul. And Chicago also making a switch. Van Vliet's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Outside. Pass to Bender. Screen by Fareed. Knocks it loose. Porzingis with the block. And here's Ennis. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Porzingis. And the Knicks miss again. Bulls trail by 6. Here's Crawford. Porzingis with the block. Now Monk. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Pass to Porzingis. Over Fareed. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for him. Porzingis has got the lead up to 8 now for the Knicks. Van Vliet passes to Bender. Crawford kicks to Van Vliet. Beasley outside. And there's the pass to Van Vliet. Drains it from beyond the arc. Van Vliet's got 15 points.
And you talk about getting back into the game, folks. 3 is better than 2.
And you don't need to tell him that. He's used the three-point shot as his primary weapon today.
Now here's Ennis. Covered by Beasley. Ennis kicks to Monk. Ibaka sets the pick for Monk. It's all in by the Bulls.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's the screen. Kicks to Crawford. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
The Bulls have shot 4 of 7 as a team from the line tonight. Several misses early. A different look for New York. Trevor Booker comes in for Ennis, and Chris Paul's subbed in for Teodosic. Rose, he's checked in for the Bulls. Stolen by Bender. Here's Van Vliet. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. The Knicks leading by 4. Booker with it, and Rose picks him up defensively.
Boy, what a nice carom there, guys. He can really use that size and length to his advantage.
Crawford kicks to Bender. Fareed setting the pick for Bender. It's not going to go for him. Some solid defense from Ibaka. And Booker kicks to Porzingis. Booker outside. There's the dish to Ibaka. Clock at 6. Screen by Ibaka. Monk. And a miss there on the triple. Bulls trail. Ball passes to Porzingis. Inside. Here's Booker. No good. Here's Crawford. Sinks that one from the post. Crawford's got 5 now. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Paul kicks to Booker. Porzingis against Fareed. Booker inside. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Rose with the ball. Now guarded by Monk. No one covering. Van Vliet's got 21.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Knicks trail by 4. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Screen by Ibaka. Stolen by Fareed. Crawford against Booker. Now here's Crawford. He's guarded closely. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That'll be his second foul of the game. And New York making a change here. Green's checked in. .135 left in the third. The three-pointer is right on target.
And right now, they have all the momentum. I mean, just look at the score.
No, there's no doubt. You can see it. The lead continues to grow. They're not slowing down. I love the pressure they're applying.
Chicago making a switch here. Adams checked in. For New York, they've gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Ibaka with a screen on Crawford. Outside, Green. Out to the right wing. 6 to shoot. Here's Monk. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Nothing they're doing on the defensive end is working. They've got to figure something out, and fast.
Adams' shot is off.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Yeah, and an example of why you want to let the game come to you. The opening presented itself, he converted in a big way.
Ibaka outside. Booker with the screen for Green. Stolen by Warren. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Over in the corner, Rose. A three-pointer off the mark. Knicks trail by 5. Down low. That's good from Booker on the assist by Paul. Booker's got 4 points in the quarter. Paul against Rose. Ball's knocked loose. Shoots the 3. Good on the triple. Rose has got his second bucket of the night. And so it's Chicago, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. And we'll be right back after this. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Chicago leading by 6. Trevor Booker is out there with Green. And there's Monk, and it's Ibaka, and it's Paul in at the point guard. That's the 5 for New York right now. Screen by Adams. Here's Wade. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Wade's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Chicago. New York's gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Paul kicks to Ibaka. Green against Jackson. Screen by Ibaka. Shot clock at 5. Green, no luck. The Bulls shooting well. They're at 45%. Warren kicks to Rose. To the paint. Shot from the wing. That shot missing. So New York will take it the other way. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
How about the quickness of that release by Monk, an experienced catch-and-shoot player who feels comfortable firing from deep.
Here's Wade. The turnaround jumper. Count it. And the Bulls lead by 7.
You know, that's the turnaround jumper, one of the toughest shots in the game to defend, and he pulled it off perfectly right there.
Screen by Ibaka. Booker is screen on Rose. Paul kicks to Ibaka. Some nice passing by New York here. There's the feed to Monk. Takes a 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Warren's got 8 rebounds in this game.
I'll tell you, he hasn't been able to find the mark all night. It's a big reason they're staring at this deficit.
Adams sets the pick for Rose. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Booker. Monk with the ball. Wade picks him up. Green, the screen. Now, here's Monk. He's covered by Rose. Ibaka with the screen on Adams. Here's Paul. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J.
That coverage is just too weak. I mean, heading down the stretch, that sort of defensive lapse can cost you a game.
It's baffling that he's someone they'd leave alone in that situation. You can get away with that early in the game, maybe, but not now.
Rose dishes to Adams. Wade outside. Over Monk. Again, Dwayne Wade. Wade's got 6 in the quarter.
I'll tell you, good or not, that isn't a shot they'll want him to take again.
New York calls timeout.
Started.
JaVale McGee's checked in for New York. Norman Powell comes in for Monk. Eric Bledsoe's checked in for the Bulls. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jeff Hornacek said to his team. He's not satisfied with their effort level. He said, we're not hustling out there, guys. We are not going to win that way. I promise you. We've got to get after it. We'll see how his team responds.
Thank you, David.
And one of the things that stands out about Josh Jackson out of Kansas his playmaking ability at that forward position. For a guy 6'8", you can put the ball in his hands and let him create offense for you, much like a Draymond Green.
The first free throw is good. And Josh Jackson, Greg, out of Kansas, able to step into that point forward role well.
And in today's game, you can't have too many playmakers on the court at one time. Josh Jackson is Draymond Green 2.0. You know, a little bit better athlete, can be a difference maker defensively, but also has that high IQ on the offensive side to make everybody better.
Bledsoe hits them both. Knicks trail by 9. Here's Powell. McGee is screen on Wade. Here's Powell. Makes it off the glass. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Bledsoe kicks to Wade. Shoots over Powell. Wade can't hit.
Well, he hasn't been a big contributor tonight for sure, but it hasn't prevented them from being in a position to grab the win.
McGee in the corner. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
McGee taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
That free throw missing.
And as many times as we've seen him at the free throw line tonight, I think by now we know what's going to happen.
And he sinks the second. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Bledsoe passes to Adams. Here's the screen. Up off the screen, and Bledsoe with the stuff.
Well, Eric Bledsoe, one of those guys that is so difficult to contain in the dribble drive situation.
Screen by Ibaka. He dishes it to Powell. And McGee kicks to Paul. Ibaka, the pass to Green. Just 4 to shoot. And the Knicks miss again.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Now, here's Wade. Bledsoe dishes to Wade. Shoots over Powell. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
After being held scoreless in the first, he's turning it on here in the second. Well, Jeff Hornacek was chosen to be the head coach of the New York Knicks with the understanding that the triangle offense would be part of the system put in place. Now, with the change in the front office, that is no longer the case, guys.
The Knicks making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in.
One shot.
And that one misses. Well, Hornacek probably more comfortable with an up-tempo modern style. And Doris, we'll see what he does with this new offensive freedom. Green kicks to Paul. To the middle. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession.
Well, he's obviously anticipating different movement there. And instead of an easy connection, the pass sails straight into the front row.
The Bulls leading by 10. They set the screen. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a 3-point play.
This is a high-octane guy who plays with a little bit of a mean streak. Bledsoe converts right through the foul, plus earns a trip to the line.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Eric Bledsoe.
He's forcing the action now, finally getting to the charity stripe after no freebies in the first half.
Screen by Porzingis. And it's Paul penetrating. McGee the pass to Porzingis. And McGee kicks to Porzingis. McGee is screen on Warren. High arcing shot. That is good. And the Bulls lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Porzingis.
Hey, Kevin, another one for Porzingis. And we don't know yet what his ceiling is as a scorer. But we do know he's lighting it up right now.
The shot by Wade, no good.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Green with the ball. Back to Porzingis. Shot from 12. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
Boy, Kev, how about Porzingis? Shrugs off the hit. That work in the weight room paying off already. You gotta love the time he's put in to make himself a challenge.
They are making it look easy at the free throw line here in the second half.
Chicago leading by 8. And here's Bledsoe. Adams in the corner. To the inside. Here's Warren. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Screen by Porzingis, and the wide open shot from Paul. The three-pointer, no good. Wade kicks to Bledsoe. Wade with it, Powell's there. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And he knocks down the first one. He doesn't get the second one. Knicks trail by 11. Paul with the 3. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not so unlucky 13 shots.
Lined it up and knocked it down. His second triple tonight.
They set the pick. Outside Jackson. He feeds it away. Tries again, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
First free throw is good. And Wade drops them both. And here are the Knicks now. Ways to get back into it, but they've got some time.
The tendency can be to really rush or push the game. And they need to avoid that.
Porzingis against Warren. The shot's good from McGee.
Boy, that's a quality shot. You're in the painted area. Don't get much more of a better look than that.
Bledsoe against Paul. And Bledsoe, here we go. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Chris Paul picks up that one.
Yeah, Bledsoe with the kind of strength and wingspan that can cause trouble inside. Draws the foul there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Doris, we know there's a lot of trash talking on the court. Some of it is unfriendly, some of it not so much, just kind of playing around. When do you consider comments going over the line.
Well, given that I'm not necessarily privy to exactly everything that's said, I imagine much of it not PG rated, Kevin.
No.
I would say that's an issue for the players to decide. If you step over the line, you're going to feel me in some way, shape, or form.
I don't know, though, we've ever had a time in any professional sport, but in particular the NBA, where there has been a real feeling of community among the players. I mean, I think in the olden days, it was genuine hatred, and there's some of that now. But there is really a feel like, hey, we are all in this together.
Maybe too much so. Like I enjoyed watching Larry Bird, who was supposed to be amongst the best trash talkers, get into the head of the player. Draymond Green is the current iteration of perhaps the best trash talker. I say, listen, let him yap a little bit. Nothing wrong with that.
He's taking Kevin Garnett's place in that regard, I think.
Yeah.
Ball against Bledsoe. 6 on the shot clock. McGee is screen on Warren. Stolen by Warren. Dishes it to Bledsoe. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Porzingis has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Now Bledsoe, there's the pick. Adams dishes to Jackson. He kicks to Bledsoe. Knocks down the 3 ball. Bledsoe's got 34 points.
Boy, his output has been impressive today, and it doesn't look like he's done cooking just yet.
McGee sets the pick for Paul. Looking for McGee, he gets it there. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And love how Paul seeks out his teammates. Superb at slicing the D to pieces with his passing.
Screen by Adams. Wade passes to Adams. Lets it go from 14. And there's Bledsoe on the assist by Adams. Adams has got his 6th assist on the night. Knicks trail by 10. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Eric Bledsoe really making a difference here.
Well, I think this is a necessary timeout so they can figure out a way to limit the impact this guy's having from 3-point range. They've got to dedicate more resources to their perimeter D.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Eric Bledsoe.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
They increased his role tonight after dropping their last game, and the move paid off. He's been the best player on the court by far, and now they don't have to worry about a losing streak. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. That free throw, no good. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Ball against Bledsoe. Screen by Porzingis. Ball kicks to Porzingis. McGee is screen on Warren. Here's Porzingis. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, and with his height, it is really hard to affect Porzingis' shot without fouling him. He is a problem for defenders.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Boy, how outstanding at the line has this guy been. One of the best free throw shooting big men you will ever find.
On the wing, Dwayne Wade. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got 5 assists in the game.
Well, people are always talking about his scoring, but Bledsoe, very good vision as well, finding the open man there.
Green, the screen. Outside, Porzingis. The 3, and it's Gerald Green with the 3.
Boy, Kev, I love his game. He can hurt you in so many different ways.
Wade kicks to Jackson. tries it from 9. And he overshot that one, missing.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Foul. That's good.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Bledsoe against Paul. Bledsoe kicks to Warren. Porzingis with the block. Releases. That doesn't go either for Green.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here's the screen. Here's Wade. Screen by Adams. Here's Jackson. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And how about the level of concentration on display here by Jackson that doesn't shy away from getting hit while shooting.
The free throw drops for Jackson. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And definitely playing the opponent, but also they're playing against the clock.
No, you're absolutely right. It's not impossible to catch up, but it is a tall order right now.
Connects! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Yeah, and it only takes a few shots for Paul to get going. The D has got to be worried.
Monk's checked in for Chris Paul. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And he is unable to get the second one. A critical possession right here.
Crowd on pins and needles, Kev.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Monk. Guarded by Bledsoe. The shot by Monk is no good. Wade outside, and they go to the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 8. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And down like this, there's so much to talk about. I don't know if one timeout is going to be enough.
I think it's looking pretty bleak.
Here's Ennis. Frames it from downtown.
Boy, the screen doing its job to perfection. One of the oldest plays in the book and still one of the best.
And so it's Chicago winning this one. This was a hard... All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg...